I think we have two different things in Stratford. We have industry and we have the theater. But I think anybody living in Stratford, number one, you get annoyed driving downtown because it's just packed. Number two, things change in Stratford when the festival is going, and it's always been like that. It seems like it's more geared towards bringing in people to go to the theater. Yeah. And Stratford people are kind of pushed aside a little bit, but I don't think that that's I don't think that the industrial sector has anything to do with that. I really don't. I don't know about so much anymore, but you used to be able to get like half price tickets or free tickets.
It's awesome.
Yeah. I don't think the festival promotes, say, the factories, nor do I think that the factories promote. I literally think it's two completely separate areas. But I also don't think, I think maybe some people might think that if you work in the factory that you don't know anything about art, or you don't want to know anything about art. But I don't believe that either. I really don't. I just think it's just two different areas.
I don't think they mix, and you just kind of, you get the impression that they look down at you because you're just some dude that works in the factory. But they don't know what you do, I could show you pictures of what I build and stuff, but you just go, wow, this is what we do in Stratford. It's from a flat plate of steel. You make that, that's my life, right? But you get that divide, and I don't think a lot of regular folk in Stratford go to the festival and participate in it and see actually what it really is. It's world-class theater right here in your hometown in rural Canada. That's amazing, right? But the two, for some reason, I don't think they mix so well. A lot of people don't like to, venture out of their little comfort zone too much either, right? But you gotta kind of open your mind to some things at times too, because you'll never experience anything if you don't try it. If you don't know anything about the theater and you never go, and you just think, oh, that's that such and such a farm down at the River Drive, like people like to call it, you'll never experience it. You'll never get to see that type of drawing because you go, wow, that was really neat, or any theater.
I love going to the theater. Unfortunately, it is a lot of times very expensive. It's not. They've made the festival, I think, more out of reach for locals because of money. You can walk in and occasionally get the last minute seats, which are cheap. But if you want to plan something in advance, growing up here, I don't know about you, but for me, every year at school we went to a performance.
It's so far down on their list of priorities. After, they've slugged it out packing rubber in a box for 8 hours, and they, have to go home and make supper and help their kids with the homework and take their kids to hockey and,
for sure.
Do all the laundry and all that stuff. That's, it's the same with trying to get people involved in the union. They don't have time. That's so far down on their list of priorities, volunteering, Do you have some spare time? It's like, God, I need a vacation. I need a day off. I need a rest. I need a nap. I need,
Yeah, you don't really want to be stimulated necessarily by something. Yeah, for sure. And I can totally appreciate that.
Just from, if you ask me what do folks that I work with think about the festival and stuff like that, I hear this a lot, that people don't want to go downtown in the summer because, you can't even get a parking spot. It's all tourists. And, I myself very, very seldom shop downtown for that reason. And I know I'm ashamed to say it because I like to say I shop in my community and things like that. It's funny, when you do go downtown, you find that you could be a tourist downtown. Anytime I've gone downtown to have a dinner at a restaurant or something, which isn't very often, walking down the street, I'm like, oh, I didn't know that store was there. Oh, I didn't know that store. Because you're never down there. It's like, oh, I gotta go shopping down here someday. You can get some really unique gifts down here. Our company used to have, and I think a lot of local companies have a deal through the festival where you can buy tickets at a reduced rate. And for years our company had such a deal, and a number of our members, my co-workers, would see the posters at work about the tickets and that they were a special price for us because we worked at Cooper Standard and so on, and people would buy them. And I don't see that happening as much anymore because our company no longer gets this discount. And you don't hear as much about people talking about going to the festival as much because there's no posters on the board at work encouraging you to buy tickets and stuff like that. Now I don't know why that's changed. I suspect it might have something to do with corporate donations. I'm not sure whether they get a certain discount if they donate, or I don't know how it works, but I think that was definitely an incentive to get, you know, factory folk off to the festival, because I probably wouldn't have enjoyed it as much as I had over the years. And I frankly haven't gone as much as I used to when we used to get those discounts.
But you did used to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So did you enjoy going when you went out?
Yeah. Yeah. I do. You do. I do. And some of my coworkers have mentioned to me that you do feel like you're not that you're not welcome, but that you feel really out of place. Yeah. Even though it's our festival and it's our town, it's our community. Like I don't feel like we dress the same as people going to the festival, or you know what I mean? Like you feel like you gotta gussy up to go to the festival. You know what I mean? Sure. Like, I don't know. It's you do feel out of place there. It's not like it would be the same as if you were walking into, you know, the Opera House in Toronto or something. It may as well be, right? Yeah. Even though it's just down, you know, a 5-minute walk from my house, and I walk past the front of the festival every day when I'm walking my dogs at the river and stuff. But you know, to go in, even looking in there, walking my dogs, it's like, oh, you know, rich people in there, you know, whatever. Like that's kind of the mentality that. Yeah. A factory worker, at least I do, and I assume other people do too. You know, we think of it as something up there that we're not privy to.
Is it fair to say that sentiment about feeling out of place goes beyond just the theater? It could go into the art galleries as well.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I've never been to our art gallery ever.
Yeah.
I've never even thought about going there. The thoughts never even once crossed my mind, to be honest with you.
Do you think that art has value in people's lives? Does it have an inherent value, I guess?
Oh yeah, a huge value. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think it does, yeah.